Hey there, viewers, and welcome back to What's Up Wednesday, the first one of 2019, even though it's 2018. Before we get going too far, we'll use this time for a chicken check, mic check, video check, all that stuff. Whoa, crap. See, I already messed up. All right, here we go. That should be fixed. Can you guys hear me? Is it loud and clear? Everything working as it should. I'll wait for your response. I know it's delayed.
Okay.
We'll see. Oh, I could use this as a plug for S.M.A.
You could.
Let's see. It takes a minute here. Sounds good. We got one sounds good. Trump
Working.
says it's good. Okay, everything is working. Perfect. Heard you twice. Yeah, exactly.
There it is. Okay.
All right, everything is good and fixed now. So welcome to the What's Up Wednesday. I did have to make myself a little list of things to cover and what we're going to go over. So for those of you who are not familiar with the What's Up Wednesday, I guess first of all, Miss Marie is here. She wanted to hang out on What's Up Wednesday this time. Many of you probably know her from the recent Fixing It Forward or Paying It Forward video that we did. She wanted to come down and hang out. So we're going to go over our agenda. What is What's Up Wednesday? So it's a time on Wednesdays we talk about what's up, pretty much. That's the long and short of it. So in past What's Up Wednesdays, we just talk about, what's going on at the shop. We read fan mail that comes in. If any fan mail comes in, we like to go over that. And that has included a host of things, everything from booze to cotton candy to maple syrup to the kind letters that folks write and share with us. So that's always a lot of fun. And that's a big part of the What's Up Wednesday. How long will it last? Similar to how it lasted last year, I guess it was, maybe the year before. I don't know how long we've been doing them. You got to click back. Oh, sorry, you got to click back on that.
Operator error.
Yeah. So we've done them in typically in the wintertime. It's when I tend not to be outside as much. So I'll do them, let's say, January. So we're after deer season. It's January till March or May, whenever the sun starts shining again and I can actually get out and value my evenings, we'll end them at that point. There's been a struggle in the past at some points to find topics for What's Up Wednesday. Like, what are we going to talk about? Usually just sitting here BSing and reading the comments that are flying across the screen. We come up with some stuff.
I don't think I can talk that fast to keep up with those.
Yeah, well, there's about 1,000 folks watching right now.
This is true.
So what I've done in an effort to spur on conversation, create topics after we get through mail call and, what flavor coffee are you drinking or what's my snack of the day, is I've set up an email. Now I'm going to give you guys a link. So you go ahead and write this down real quick. It's pretty easy. It's S.M.A. W.U.W. at Outlook.com. I will bring that up on your screen for you so you guys can see that. And that is going to go directly to the email. Did I do it? So I'll pop that up there for you a few times. I'll also try to put that in the description of this video. I know I'm in slow mode, otherwise it gets a little crazy.
So I can keep up.
Yep. So slow mode, for folks who don't know, it allows everybody to write something once every 15 seconds. So that's pretty good. So what I anticipate that email that popped up there, the S.M.A. W.U.W. at Outlook.com, what I want to do there is you guys can send in your What's Up Wednesday topics, perhaps even some questions that I could pick from. Now, granted, there's probably going to be, thousands of emails flooding in there, I imagine, at least into the hundreds. Therefore, I'm not going to be able to choose every topic. I will filter through them as time allows, pick out some. We'll keep some of them for What's Up Wednesday and go over them. Hopefully there may be a question, car-related question, perhaps that I could dig into a little bit deeper than I can, something flooding through the comments over here that often get overlooked. Or, like I said, you can bring in good topics and we can start a discussion on that topic and then go over here to the comment section. So that's set up for you guys to utilize. I will not, I should say, respond to the emails sent to that. I will read them. However, I will not give personal replies to them simply because time won't allow. And I did not turn off, I guess that brings up another Let's see. Thanks, Mad Max, for the super chat. That brings up another topic, which I will put up here in the comment section right now, is super chats. I did not turn them off on this one. They're in a different settings that I have to go to, and I did not turn them off. So I'll leave that up to you folks, the viewers, the people. Should we leave on the super chats, or should we turn them off so they're not distracting? Personally, I think we should turn them off because they tend to get a little bit distracting to me, and I do feel bad if I can't answer somebody's questions to the best of my ability because of, usually limited information. They can only ask a small question, and I'm like, well, I don't know, change your battery.
It makes a clunking noise.
Yeah, well, and unfortunately, a lot of questions are like that, and it's like, what have you done? It involves a little bit more back and forth conversation than usually what this allows. So I'll leave it up to you guys. I'll see what you say. We'll take a vote. All those in favors, say aye. Feel like that one's good. You can just click on that. You use the word trans, which.
Oh, all right.
Oh, see, here they come. See, this got kind of crazy.
Hold on.
Let's see. What do you carry? I saw a pistol when you're driving one of your videos. I carry a Glock 43, a 42, Smith & Wesson Shield. I carry a lot of different handguns. Depends on where I'm going. Really enjoy your videos here in Huntsville, Alabama. I think AL is Alabama. Where to really
Yeah.
Cody wants me to say meow. Meow, what are you talking about, boy? You wouldn't know that reference, Marie.
Nope.
Oh, off. What are they saying? Crap. I'm going to have to scroll back through these. Off.
I don't know how you even count those.
Nays. Turn off.
I.
All right. So.
Well, there's general.
Yeah, there's a general scheme. So I do appreciate the super chats. Don't get me wrong. However, like I say, I feel bad sometimes, all the time, if I can't answer somebody's question fully. I believe the general consensus over here is to turn them off, which I will do for future topics. If anybody, yeah. However, if anybody wants to, or feels that they're led to donate to the S.M.A channel, there are other, methods of doing that. Patreon, PayPal donate. So if you just feel led, like, hey, I want to give this guy $1 million so he can buy a Lamborghini, then you can use those resources. So, thanks, Ryan. All right. Anywho, let me just scratch off I feel like I've got to get through my list here.
Yeah, you should. And plus, crossing stuff off makes you feel better.
Yes. So we talked about what's up Wednesday. We're going to scratch that off. We're going to talk about how long they're going to go. That depends on when the sun shines. So basically, Lord willing, and the creek don't rise, we will continue to do it until the sun shines. That should be a poem. Also, we talked about the S.M.A. W.U.W. at Outlook.com, where we'll be receiving questions and also topics to talk about. So we talked about that. Send in your topics and questions. We talked about that. Scratch that off. However, I must say, I do enjoy the handwritten letter. I've always enjoyed getting them. And throughout this summer, and since the discontinuation, I don't even know if that's a word, of this year's last What's Up Wednesday, we continued to receive letters, gifts, all kinds of stuff in the mail, probably counting into the hundreds. I really enjoy getting them. I enjoy reading letters. I still read them in the voice of Casey Kasem to the best of my ability, and I sign all of them with love. So I do enjoy handwritten letters, just FYI, for what that's worth. Not saying that you got to get out the pen and the paper and actually lick a stamp, but it is old school. That's why I'm setting up the new school method. A lot of people like to email. That's all they have time for. So there's that. Go down my list. Oh, also with the recent giveaway. Oh, let's see. What's this guy say? Let's see. Whoop, here we go. Leave them on. This is from Leslie Monroe. Leave them on. Use them to fund good things, like the car you gave. Yep, a good cause. We shouldn't expect replies just because they're super chats. Yeah, I know. I understand what you're saying, and that's been a little bit of a struggle. I don't want to. It just makes me feel better if they're off, so I don't have to reply. But that's just my
too nice, Eric.
That's just my personal thing. Please contact me at Triad Holsters so I can hook you up with a Glock 43 holster. I would be interested with that, Triad Holsters, because I just bought a We the People holster inside the waistband. I have a hard time finding an inside the waistband holster. I would be curious to see what you have. Thanks for the videos. It got me out a few jams. I'm F-150. All right, Ryan. Thank you for the super chat. I got to get back to where I was. I won't forget. See, I get sidetracked. How's that Mickey Mouse dash cam? Okay. Let's see. The fixing it forward thing that we did for Amber, we were grossly over budget on it. Initially anticipated having, a $5,000 budget. However, that essentially paid for the car. We had a lot of other expenses to go along with it, fixing it up, which Ray at Affordable, he chipped in on that. Of course, the other vendors, Mike at Procola Automotive, he helped out with it. Our Beth Knapp, our tire vendor, giving us discounted prices on parts. I want to say the good thing to that was after that video came out, we received PayPal donations in just a smidge over the exact amount of the amount that we went over. So that worked out really well. So I thank you guys for that. Our patrons, our PayPal donators who helped us with that. It worked out really, really well.
Thanks, guys.
Yep. So I just want to let you guys know about that.
Oh, you're a kind-hearted soul.
Oh, what's that one? Love your kindness, desire to help others.
Yep.
Heart, S.M.A.
That's right.
I just give her one of them.
One.
Do that one.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. And I've got me a new phone.
It's too techy for him.
It
Can't
is.
handle it. He's trying to text
Yep.
message.
This is not brought to you by the Samsung Galaxy Pixel 3, but this is my new phone. I jumped up from the Samsung. I just said Samsung. It's a Google. It's a Google Pixel 3.
Sorry, Google.
I had a Samsung S5, completely old school. Finally, the screen shattered in a million pieces.
It had a crack in it.
It had lots of cracks in it when I got rid of it.
It had a few cracks.
The Rust Belt Mechanic says, Merry Christmas, you guys. Glad to see such an awesome channel, such great people. Hope you have an awesome new year. All right, Rust Belt Mechanic, thank you. Same to you. Hope you have a fantastic 2019. The best of luck and success on your YouTube channel. I do watch the Rust Belt Mechanic. If you guys don't know, the Rust Belt Mechanic. That's what we should be called. Straight up Rust Belt. Let's see. So that covered that. Wanted to just give thanks for the PayPal donations and stuff that came in with the Fix It Forward project. Let's see. We talked about the super chats. Stay or go. Changes in 2019 to the S.M.A. channel. That is a question that I've gotten from some folks. Oddly enough, am I going to change anything? I would have to say no. I mean, we're just kind of doing it. I don't really plan anything anyway. I'm not much of a planner. I don't plan on changing anything, so we'll still be cranking out automotive videos.
You're not planning on moving halfway across the country and setting up a different shop? Come on.
That's what someone wants. They're like, I move here, I'll be your number one customer. I kind of like where I live.
And I'm his number one customer. So.
Oh, there you go. So changes in 2019 to the channel. I don't anticipate any. Everything seems to be kind of rolling along the way it has been.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Right. Yep. Exactly. Let's see. We'll get to. So what did Amber do with her old car? So that's a good question, Michael. She is going to be getting rid of the car. The car is actually a real turd bucket. It's super unreliable. It's rusted. It's not even worth fixing to give to somebody else because it has so many issues with it. I suggested to her to, sell it as, mechanic special on Craigslist, just fully disclosed to the person. Oh, Pony Rain. Well, thank you. There's no note with that, but we do appreciate that. Back to Amber's car. I told her to sell it on Craigslist to, get as much out of it as it's worth. It's certainly worth scrap value, which is about $300. It does start and run when it wants to. So, that car can fetch anywhere from minimum of, I would say, 500 to, upwards of $1,000. So I told her to sell it on Craigslist, disclose everything that she knows is wrong with it, and then use that money to, put towards her new car because she has to buy 2 summer tires for it, the maintenance or whatever, whatever else she needs to use that for. But definitely don't, she's not out to try to, rip somebody off with it. Just tell them like, car's a piece of junk. I got a new one. Take what you can get.
I hope you can drive it out of the driveway.
Yeah, exactly. Do I plan on planning a plan? I don't plan on it, Sean, but you never know what the future can hold as far as me planning anything to plan on.
Well, we're playing.
All right, so there's that. Changes for 2019. One change I would like to make is my Project Jeep, Project W.U.W. I don't know. I got to finish it. It's been sitting out back for like, how long? 3 months?
Wait, no,
Couple months.
It's been sitting out all summer almost.
Yeah, pretty much haven't been driving it. I need to because I started up once while taking forever on town. I'm like, man, this thing is sweet. I need to drive it. Plus, I'm wearing the hat. I've got to finish. I got to put the slip yoke eliminator on it, the bar pin eliminators. We've got to put the skid plate on it. I've got to remove the windshield washer tank, put the winch. Still up in the air what to do there. I got a big 2,000 watt power inverter for it so I can run tools and stuff, out on the trail. Have, if you break down. Lots of things I want to do with it. I want to put lockers in it, probably end up changing the gears in it because it's geared way too high for them big jabroni tires on there. So there's a lot of things I want to do. I'd like to do it in the winter so I can actually use it next year. However, most of my projects I've ever done have taken like way over a year. Then I come down in a week and whip them out. So that is something that will be coming up 2019. Project Jeep, got to finish it.
Gonna finish it 2019?
I don't make promises or plans.
Okay. Do you want to finish it in 2019?
I would like to. I do set goals, however, I rarely meet them.
Well, it's good to set them anyway.
# life goals.
It's good to set goals.
Couple of the most asked questions on S.M.A. First being, how is the Harbor Freight impact holding up? And this has been the topic of almost every single What's Up Wednesday. It is still holding up fantastic. Now, this was purchased 11/14/2017, so it has surpassed its 1 year everyday shop use and abuse from Harbor Freight. People want me to do a review on it. However, what I would like, and this can be a personal mission of you folks, of the 1,903 folks watching right now, I can do a review, but it's going to involve like, let's put a battery in it and see if it still works. I'll be like, yep, it still works. End of review. I don't really know what else to say.
I can use it. It's pretty user-friendly.
Yeah, she uses it. It's pretty user-friendly. So
Yeah.
that's pretty much the review. What I would like to do, and I don't know how to go about this, is I would love for a guy who is much more competent than me to do the review on it. And by that, I mean AVE. Now, he has done the original Harbor Freight review when this thing was brand new, and he got one off the boat, and he did the full brand new teardown on it, which I think he does. His channel's a little salty for some folks. It may not be rated G. However, he is extremely intelligent. I don't know if he's a material scientist or what his background is, mechanical engineer, something. I would love to send this to him, give it to him free of charge, and have him do, how did this tool hold up after 1 year?
Not that one.
Yes, this one, because
I like that one.
No, I got another one.
Okay.
But I don't know how to send it to him, and I don't know his address or even how to get a hold of him or an email. So perhaps one of you folks can figure that out. I did a brief bit of looking, but I would love for him, and I don't believe he accepts stuff that's sent in. So maybe by some slim chance, he'll watch this video and say, yeah, I want that. Send it up to the frigid north in Canada where he lives.
Oh, Canada.
Yeah, he's Canadian. He has a fantastic channel. Says a lot of naughty stuff, but it's great. So yeah, I would love to see him tear that apart because I don't think I can do it justice. He has the mind and stuff, and he's tore apart a new one, so he can tell you what is worn and what's good and what's not, and throw it in the trash when he's done. The guy's a genius, in my opinion. He's really smart.
I'm taking your word for it.
Smart. So that's that. That's how the Harbor Freight Impact's doing. Yes, I did get my YouTube silver play button. I'm gonna hang it up on the wall someday. It sits in the office.
Should hang it up like right there so that people.
No, we got a different plan for going back there.
Oh, that's right.
Yes, that is coming up 2019.
Yeah,
so in 2019, amongst all of the fan mail that we get throughout the summer, we received a plethora, if that's a word, plethora of license plates. And by plethora, I mean a pile of them. I've got a 4x8 sheet of plywood. We're going to paint it up. We bought a projector at somebody already clicked that one. We bought a projector at the Salvation Army, like the old school, like when you and I were in school, probably, well, you were homeschooled.
Dude, I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, the ones you set it on,
the clear
then
thing
it
on.
goes and thing. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know they had them in the
I
home
actually
school.
saw one.
Excuse me. Oh, okay. So we got one of them at the Salvo, and what we're going to do is on the 4x8 sheet of plywood is project up the US of A. Every state, United States, including Alaska and Hawaii. And then we're going to take the plates from those respective states and cut them out into the shape of the states and add them to the map. And that will be the background here on the What's Up Wednesdays.
How big do you want it?
It's going to be 4x8.
Okay.
So in between those poles is 8 feet.
But Alaska and Hawaii get to like hang out.
Yeah,
outside of the 4x8.
you know.
Yeah.
And so that's the plan with that. Because you guys have taken the time to send these in. We have lots. Some of them won't feel really bad cutting them up because, like, I got like one Alaska plate. I'm gonna feel bad, but it's for a good. It's for a good cause.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
And then we'll use some sort of adhesive, probably liquid nails or something, to attach them. Once they're cut out. And then when we're done, we should have a full U.S. of A. America. Okay. So that's what we plan on doing. Oh, Hawaii plates. I do not have a Hawaii plate, Paul.
Hawaii plate. Great.
So, but I don't want everybody to start sending in plates because, JC, he sent me a ton of plates. Simply because I don't want to get a ton of duplicates. I'd like to get it done. And then those states that are missing, find out what we need. We'll either go on eBay and buy them, or if you folks have some kicking around. So don't send in a bunch of plates until you see what we need. I don't think, some of the smaller ones like Rhode Island, like who lives there?
Oh, Merry Christmas.
Oh,
from Ryan Green.
Thanks, Ryan Green. Oh, there's another one I did not see.
Nope.
Live near Toronto, Ontario. Think of a career changing, leaving town, going into auto repair. Opinions? That is an extremely long, drawn out topic. I would not discourage anybody from doing this. Personally, I love what I do. There's pros and cons to it. I don't know how they weigh up good versus bad.
Well, I think Southern auto repair is better because then winter doesn't give you kisses all winter.
Yes. Yeah, you call them winter kisses. I call them salt running down your neck. It's a great career, but you got to love it. I suppose that's like anything. If you have a job that you don't like, the job sucks. Yeah, we did see that one come in. So I would say, if you're pretty certain you're going to like it, then you got to do it. I mean, it's in my blood.
Pretty sure he does have everything from a car in his blood now.
Yeah, pretty much. Most liquids anyways. I have tons of California plates. Oh, hey, look, see, that guy lives in Rhode Island. See, we maybe needing him. Oh, I've got a lot of New York plates, trust me.
Need a friend.
Let's see. Oh, and the other thing, most recent video.
Oh, yeah.
Ripped down the IR Thunder gun. I did mess up putting it back together. You guys seen in the video, I labeled it. I mixed up one of the gaskets, so when you pull the housing off.
I knew it. Oh. You did that one too.
So I pulled the housing off. There's the retaining ring that holds the hammer section of the impact together. The gasket goes on the front of it and the back of it. However, I put it underneath the wavy washers. I seen it when I was editing the video, and I'm like, you ding dong. Not being able to redo the video and edit out my mistake, I just came back down, pulled the housing off, swapped the gaskets over, and everything is good to go.
GG.
Oh, and this is on my list. Everybody wants to know, where do I get my hose swivels? This one is a Mac Tools one. However, all of my other ones that are not Mac Tools are from Harbor Freight. They're like $4.99, and they work absolutely fantastic. And I have yet to even break one, and I've had them for a couple years now. If they do break, I just throw it away because it's $4.99. I do think they're lifetime warranty. So let's see. I hope there's no evil in your Christmas. Have a safe prep and New Year, your friends and family. Toys are for boys. That is one of my viewers. I know his name. It's a dude, so don't get all excited on his little picture there. Thank you, Jay, we'll call it. I do appreciate that. Let's see. How come I didn't grease the hammers in the impact? I don't know. You pump it full of grease. It all gets in the housing. Trust me, because it starts coming out the front bearing. I don't know. I don't ever oil them. I give it a shot of grease once in a while. I don't know. I'm not an impact expert. I disclosed that in the video. So if anything was wrong, it was wrong.
Did your best.
I did my best. Let's see. And that was it. That was it on the list. So now,
it's all crossed off.
It's all crossed off.
Whew. Now you can start having fun.
Yes, almost.
Awesome.
That's Josh's list right there. So I do have a couple things over here on my cart. This is the cart of What's Up Wednesday. Sits slightly off to my left, typically sits to my right. We can go through. I picked out some of the Christmas cards that were sent, a few other things that were sent. I want to share with you guys. If you would like to see that, we can read some of the letters if you'd like. However, they are not everything from this summer because this What's Up Wednesday would be 7 or 8 days long. So if you guys would like, I can share some of that stuff with you. Let's see. Maria's not a gamer. No.
The hat makes me look like a gamer.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Like a hipster, like, yes, play some Lucky Bird or whatever. I don't even know the name of any games.
Flappy Bird?
Flappy Bird.
I played that game like for an evening, and after I did well at it, I just stopped. We're stopping.
Let's see, they're saying sure, yeah, sure thing.
What'd you get? Oh, tell them about that cool license plate, the one that was made.
Let's see. All right.
Oh,
Yeah.
Happy Boxing Day. They're Canadian.
That's Canadian.
It's totally
The only reason I
Canadian.
know that because it's on my calendar. Boxing Day, Canada. It makes me want to go hit somebody.
Don't get no. That's not what that's for.
I know. Don't ruin my dreams.
Okay.
Let's see. All right. Let's see. Here we go. So first thing first, and these are in no particular order, but I did receive this in the mail, which is wicked sweet. It is an auto motor heater. So there it is. Let you guys have a little look at that. It has a little trap door on it. Let's see. I can't open it. I don't want to break it. A little trap door. You can reach in with your cigar lighter, fire it up. And then this is used to heat your auto motor. It did come with a note. So this thing's pretty cool. I think this is pretty cool. I don't know how many cars burnt down back in the 20s and 30s as a result of that. However, let's see. And he writes. That's Casey Kasem. You don't know Casey Kasem. He used to have a slogan. He was a top 40s DJ on the radio long before your time.
Yep. I don't know how.
He always had great stories. Like, and he writes, "Dear Eric, it's been a long time since we last talked." He talks like that, and then he would read this story like, you know, my dad's been gone for 7 years now. You know, blah blah blah. He'd read it, it'd be some heart jerking story, and then he would be like, "Now this reminds me of a song from 1974," and then he would play a song on the top 40 radio. The guy had a fantastic voice.
So great.
At the end of each one, he'd say, "Keep your feet on the ground and keep reaching for the stars." That was his tagline. If I had a voice like that guy, I would not be working here. Anyhow, let's read.
Oh, wait,
Whoa! Oh my gosh, I'm going to move this or I'm going to
yeah,
knock
you're
it
gonna
over.
break it.
What in the thunder?
From Leo. Oh, and
Leo!
this one too.
Oh my gosh. Did a time and belt change must be on my 07 Honda Ridgeline. Thanks for your help. Wow, Omar, that's pretty generous. We thank you for that.
Thanks, Omar.
Fantastic. We do have a video on changing time and belt.
Oh, wait, wrong one. I can't run this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, got it.
Not real good at it either. Anyhow, so this is back to the heater motor. And he writes, I stumbled web-wise onto your YouTube videos 2 days ago. I enjoy watching them even at the ripe old age of 75. Learning new auto-related info. I have this vintage auto motor heater for several years and have recently started reducing my vintage collector car memorabilia and accessory collection. You wrote cursive, so I'm stumbling here. Seeing that you are in a very cold climate area, I think you might appreciate an antique motor heater and give it a nice new home. 1920s to 30s engine cold weather heater placed under engine or hung on radiator support rods. So that's what that was. Missing the burner cover. Maybe Eric can make one. Check eBay or Google to see what this cover looks like. eBay, vintage kerosene, automobile engine auto motor heater. Charlie, U.S. Army veteran, 65 to 67, now residing in Arizona. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Well, thank you for that, Charlie. It is pretty cool. This will be probably displayed in my office next to a lot of my other old stuff that we got kicking around. But I thought that was pretty neat. Thought you guys would like that. Kind of some old school, you know, I remember back on the farm, I remember seeing some stuff, hearing Meemaw talk about, you know, trying to get an old tractor started. It's wicked cold out. They would take a 55-gallon drum that's essentially, you know, cut so it's yay tall, get a good fire going in it. Once the fire burned down to coals, then you slide that underneath the tractor to, you know, heat up the engine and then get it going. The furnace is going to kick on, so if you guys can't hear, let me know. I'll go shut it off.
And then I'll put a jacket on.
Yep. Let's see. Got another little box here with a little box inside of it. This guy's left some comments on my videos before. And he writes, hello from Williamsport, Indiana. Enclosed you'll find and appreciation from all of us here at the Pioneer Electric LLC for the hard work and dedication you have given for our entertainment on YouTube. Probably when they're supposed to be working. We watch every episode you put out and enjoy watching you troubleshoot some pretty difficult problems. Yes, we are electrical contractors, and no, you wouldn't find on our vehicles to have wire nuts holding the electrical together. I doubt that. We use solder and heat shrink for proper, safe, and clean connections. LOL. That's how you know he's joking. You know he's got some yellow wire nuts under that dash. Just like you, we take great pride in our abilities and workmanship. I'm Mike. My username is BunnyLoverXOXO. Not really. I won't give his username. I want you guys track him down.
Bunnies, okay? Give me a break.
It's a username I had for years and don't remember where it came from. It is not BunnyLoverXOXO. I made that up. But I'm too lazy to change it. I'm the owner of Pioneer Electric, started 10 years ago, and hope to continue to growing in the future. Thanks again for all you do for us. Thanks again for all you do for us watching. Keep them coming. Love, Mike.
Now that note was not in cursive. You should have been able to
I
read
know.
that.
And then he
Got that one.
did me a solid. Got me a Gerber knife.
Ooh.
Pioneer Electric. Focus. Yeah, focus. Focus. Focus.
It's
There
trying.
it is.
There it is.
Boom.
There it is.
There it is. I don't know how sharp it is.
Oh, cuts paper.
Pretty sharp.
Nice.
Nope, can't shave with it. Of course, I didn't push that hard either. What's further? What Dustin? You know, we appreciate that, Dustin. Thank you very much. Let's see. Yeah. I'm just digging through the pile.
Struggle is real.
Struggle is real. This
Well, my
one.
shirt says that.
Whoa.
Oh, man down.
Man down.
I got a little piece of the man.
Oh, this one I got crazy.
What in the world?
Oh, can you guess what it is?
Hold on. Let me.
And he writes, Dear Eric, just wanted to say thank you for all the videos you make. They have helped me out so much. You're always surrounded by the most beautiful girls in your YouTube videos, Hannah Marie and especially Mrs. O. Here are a couple of tire valve stem removers that keep the valve stem from shooting or keep the core from shooting out like a bullet during removal. I hope you can use them in your shop. You're the best mechanic I've ever seen in my life, and your speaking skills are phenomenal. I would have to disagree on that part. Respectfully disagree. Maybe one day I'll have the honor of meeting you. Best wishes to you and your family, Mark. Appreciate it, Mark.
Dude, this would keep them from actually flying across the room.
It does. So I've never seen one of these. Go grab a valve stem. In the little black bins up there. I'll show you what these guys are. Perhaps these are, utilized on like super high pressure tires because some of them really kind of get you. Oh, no.
This one?
Oh, you just got an old one. I was going to have you get a new one. I'll take it, screw this back together. I'll show you how it works. Maybe. I have not used them yet.
Which what?
Up in the, see where all the other bins are? Just brand new one.
Yeah.
So let's say, for example, like this is your valve stem. It's got 3,000 pounds of pressure on it. You just take this little guy. You screw it on there, all the way down on the threaded portion. Then you use the middle part here to pull the core out. You go, then it's like, this thing comes up like a little turkey, and then the air blows out there. And then when you're all done, you unscrew it off the tire. Bada bing, bada boom, you got your core right there. So that's what that's all about. We'll check these out. Use these if we hit a super high pressure tire.
Oh, I'll use them. I just like taking them off.
I'd like to see more of your area of the state sometime, nearby towns, cool history, etc.
Yeah, I like cool history.
I do take the camera around when I drive on test drives, which is typically only around the immediate area.
Loop.
Yeah, it's the same loop I usually always take. Depends on what I'm looking for. I will keep that in mind if I go on longer drives, though, however.
It's going to be very distracting.
Set them in the tire machine in the gray holder deal. Yep, and yep, there you go. Perfect.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so there's that. So anyhow, so we'll probably put that to good use. Let's see, we got one here. Now, like I said, these are only a fraction of stuff that came in if I don't get to yours, didn't read yours this summer, know that it was seen and appreciated. So I hope not to, cause any strife there.
You just do like a time lapse of you holding up everything.
Oh yeah, I should have done a bunch of pictures. Yep. Eric, and he writes, sending you a tag off my truck if you have room on your wall. Also sending you a keychain. Watched you change power steering pump on your Jeep, I think it was. Actually, it was my Ridgeline. Noticed you're wearing a sidearm. In Alabama, we carry open. Permits are easy to get, unlike New York. Here, here. Yeah, that is super true. New York is extremely, I don't want to say difficult, it's just time consuming. And you can't be a criminal.
Well,
Criminals always have guns, so who cares?
I mean, this is true. This is true.
It's, they say if they outlaw guns, the only people who have guns
Are the outlaws.
are the outlaws,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, that's true.
Keep up the good work. Watch you all the time. Also, like Hannah and her friend, she has a lot. Hannah and her friend, she has a lot in her. I think that's you.
Friend is named Marie.
And let's see here. He sent,
Ooh.
boom, plate from Alabama.
Home Alabama.
And I think I'm going to put this on my keychain. Second Amendment, license to carry, key tag. That way if I get pulled over by the fuzz, I'll be like, I don't know if it'd get me out of anything, but
I don't think, especially if you hold it up like that.
So
I
yeah.
need one of those.
Oh, I didn't tell the people about that. Let's see, things are just find myself saying, "Come on, fella." That's what you gotta say.
That's right.
Then turn the camera off and let them fly. Not that I do that or anything, but sometimes I do. I did get pulled over the other day, just FYI. About a month ago. Remember the whole?
Oh yeah, that's right.
I'm pretty sure the cop that pulled me over was looking for something, and I say that because I'm driving down the road, minding my own business, speeding with no seatbelt on like usual, and I'm eating some French fries. All right, so I'm driving down the road like this, like just I'm holding them up so I can just shovel them into my face because
That's what you do with French fries.
that's what you do. Because I don't want to get the greasy bits on my steering wheel, so I'm just eating them out of the thing, and I'm just driving along. Again, no seatbelt, probably doing like 60 something in a 55. And there's a cop coming the other direction. I'm heading northbound. He's heading southbound, and he hit his brakes like he saw Bin Laden. I mean, like the front of the car, like, I think Bin Laden's dead, but this guy blows a 180. He comes back at me like, I'm like, oh man, this cop's like in a hurry. So, and then he's like, boom, he's right up on my bumper. He's like, I'm like, so I was like, man, he really wants to get by. So I'm like pulling over. I'm like, he's pulling me over. So I pull over, and he's like, the second we stop, he's like, boom, he's like out of his car and like at my window. And I'm like, oh, that's kind of weird. So I'm just like sitting there. I got a gun sitting in my cup holder. Got my French fries, of course. Cell phone sitting there. No seatbelt or nothing. He comes up. He's like, were you on your phone when I passed you? I'm like, no, I was eating my French fries. He like looks in my car, like looks around. All right, have a nice day. Gets back in his car and leaves. I'm like, no license. Pistol sitting there. I'm like, yeah, I'm just driving up here to shoot somebody, like without my driver's license. But I don't know. He was a nice cop. We only talked for about 15 seconds, but then he was gone. So I think perhaps he was probably looking for somebody more than, or he really wanted to write a cell phone ticket really, really bad. Either case.
They're cracking down on those.
You would think he'd be like, do you have a license to carry that? Do you have a driver's license? How come you're not wearing your seatbelt? Why were you speeding?
He was on his way somewhere, but he thought he caught you with your phone, and they're cracking down, so thus.
Yeah, I'm not real sure, but I don't know. I was pretty happy because my license is clean. It's been clean for a while. It didn't used to be, but now it is.
Guy pulled me over. It was nice, too.
That's because you're a girl.
It's nice because I'm a girl. He just liked my car.
Yeah, JP, they are both under 18, so don't say anything stupid.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, last time he gave you $400. Are you serious, JC? I want to hear about that.
What? Okay, no one's giving me $400.
Yeah, at least I didn't get no ticket. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I've gained $400 not getting tickets.
Yeah, so be careful. You drive around eating French fries. Let's see here. Oh, over on my toolbox on the blue one, up by the phone, there's a little trophy of a little guy holding one.
You say that like there's not all your toolbox.
Yeah. Yeah, the other blue box. I got a little something here I'm gonna show you. Oh, this is kind of funny. Watch the video. Send me a link to the video, JC. Text me it so I don't miss it. I must have missed it. Let's see here. And he writes, first about the last two videos. I was totally amazed at what you did along with all the other people involved to help someone in need, and actually teared up when she read the letter. Yeah, that's it. Just terrific. What's up with all the thumbs downs? Maybe they thought they should have a chance at the 5,000. I don't know. I don't know what's up with all the thumbs downs on those videos. I think
they just sneezed when they meant to hit thumbs up.
I'm
trying to give them the benefit of the doubt.
I don't pay much attention to the thumbs down, thumbs ups, but they're there so people can utilize them as they will.
Yep.
Anyways, I made this poster of an ice cream machine since I know you like ice cream and couldn't have one of your own. This comes with no maintenance, calories, and or no bothersome neighborhood kids wanting free ice creams.
Calories.
Yep.
They're only there if you think about them.
Calories are fake.
Totally fake.
Hope to see it on the wall in your shop, and when you walk by it, that you get the cool feeling of ice cream. Also included is a bizarre article from the newspaper, which he sent over here, which I've read.
Is it bizarre?
It's pretty bizarre, but I've seen it before.
Okay.
Let's see. Hope you get a kick out of it. Lastly, a new hat for your Break Clean trophy. I noticed that he lost his hat. As a longtime viewer, thanks again for all you do, selling all the goods swag on the Teespring. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. May God bless you and your family and friends. Sincerely, love always, Matt, the Break Clean trophy maker. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with the Break Clean trophy, Miss Marie has kindly gone and got it for me. And we got it.
Great.
I didn't know the guy had a hat. I must have. I never remember seeing it. However, he has made a new hat.
That's fantastic. Can't put it on him.
And it is a little Jeep hat, in case you can't see that. And then for those of you who do not know about the Break Clean trophy, first place Break Clean specialist, this guy has made a trophy. He is holding a can of Wherever Brake Parts Cleaner. Would you like to do the honors?
I do.
Put the hat on the guy. Meanwhile,
That's great.
here is a life-size poster of my most desired item in the world, the Taylor ice cream machine, which many of you know I'm not allowed to have. However,
why aren't you allowed to have it?
Because, Marie, I would be dead in 15 years or less.
Yeah, but I would be your number one friend.
Yeah, I would be my number one friend. You know how friggin' awesome it would be to
Oh
have
man,
a Taylor
I would
ice cream.
just. But see, soft ones aren't my thing as much as milkshakes.
Yeah, I know you're.
Milkshakes are my thing.
That's what I'm talking. I should get that tattooed, like a full chest tattoo. I bet it'd give me a free ice cream pretty much anywhere.
Have ice cream? Check out my tattoo.
Yeah, but you guys seen this?
Be like a Superman logo for anyone who loves ice cream.
So we will be hanging this up because this is likely the closest I'm ever going to come to having a real Taylor ice cream
We'll put this
machine.
back so we don't.
Yeah, go put that back in the shelf. Thank you. So Matt, I appreciate that. That was pretty funny when I opened that up. I'd love to have me a Taylor ice cream machine. See them on eBay. I check them out. But, you know, the fact is, even if I had one, they've got to be cleaned every night and taken apart. So that's kind of the thing. And then, like, I wouldn't want to clean it unless I use it. So then I'd feel obligated to use it every day, multiple times a day.
Oh, that's thinking.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
how great that would be.
Oh man, it's so good. Then I think the winter weight and summer weight thing would really just become overweight.
Yes, your winter weight and summer weight. Because right now, I don't know about Miss Marie, but I do have a winter weight where I lose weight in the wintertime. However, in the summertime, I bump up a good 10, 15 pounds. And it doesn't go to the gun show or any place else that it probably should go. It goes directly to my gut.
I feel like it's ice cream weight in general. But no, actually, I did lose weight as well, which is
In the winter?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because Twinkies closed.
I know. I think it's because I was going to Twinkies every
I'm
day.
pretty sure you're the only person that's there as much as me.
And one day I went 3 times a day, and I did not feel bad about it.
3?
He went 3 times.
I'm not saying I have or haven't gone 3 times in one day.
Yeah, you can't say much about that, Eric. Come on.
I have, if I'm
Yep.
just being completely honest.
And it was with different people. That was the best part.
So what I like to do, because I don't want to be known as like, you know, that guy who's like always here. I know their
Right,
shift
that guy.
changes at 4 o'clock.
Oh my goodness.
So they got one girl's there from 11 to 4, and then from after that. Once in a while I get busted because I show up. I'm like, oh crap, so she's still here.
She worked a long one.
Yeah, and then I find out like, oh, I worked a double. Weren't you just here an hour ago? I'm like, No.
That was a different guy with a beard and
So
G-pad.
I'd keep a change of clothes.
The wig.
And a wig. But I always get the same thing, so typically they have it ready when I get there.
Yep.
Strawberry sundae was my jam this year.
I could just go up and say my usual, and they knew exactly what I was talking about.
I throw them a mix once in a while, but
Not me.
strawberry ice cream or the strawberry sundae, like JC over the JC Smith project, he's a big strawberry fan too. I like strawberry ice cream with chunks in it. I also like strawberry sundae.
Somebody's reality.
Yeah, that was a lot of. Let's see here. Oops, another moderator handled that. Where I thought I missed something here.
Oh yeah.
S.M.A. in search of my USA ISO. I think that's what that means. S.M.A. Y'all helped me see mechanics in a new way. Now the constants follow in the family business. One question: what's the best full feature scan tool without taking on a mortgage? Whoa, man, that is a super open-ended question. A lot of agreement and disagreement on that. I think if I, just somebody asked me on the street, walking down the street past somebody, like, what scan tool would you buy? If I walked by, I'd be like, I'd buy an Altel. That's just me speaking out loud. They all have their advantages and disadvantages.
Please speak out loud.
Yeah. So that's what I would say. However, with the changes and updates I get in some of them, like, now I've been using my OTC a lot, and I'm kind of starting to lean that way because some of their updates have fixed some of the quirks I haven't liked about it. That's a topic I hope to get into sometime on a future video where I can elaborate on a little more.
But your official answer to this guy is?
I would probably buy like an Altel MS 908 or 906 BT, something like that, if you wanted to spend about $1,200 and have something that's pretty decent. However, like I say, they have their downside too, So, anywho, I got kind of a unique one here. Dear Eric, this is a soybean license plate. They were made due to metal shortage during World War II. Let's see. It took Illinois till 1949 to go back to the steel plates. There are stories of goats eating them off cars and trucks. Didn't know if you had one of these in your collection. Reese. Yours, Reese. And here it is. He sent it in between some wood. And this is evidently made of a soy product. I don't know to what degree. It feels,
Don't break it.
Yeah, kind of cardboardish to a certain degree. I did do some Googling on these to see, and there is myths and stories of goats eating them off the vehicles. This on the back says 115.48.
Older than me.
It's a tad bit older than myself. Also, it's actually older than my papa. This would be back in Meemaw's era, the World War II era. So that's pretty slick. I don't know if you guys seen these. I've never seen one. Of course, I'm not really that old. But we do appreciate that, Reese. I don't know if you're watching or not. Hey, Alan, thanks for that. We'll keep on chatting. Appreciate it. Do I ever wake up cold sweating thinking I should have gotten a Land Rover? Never. That's the short answer to that. So I don't know if you guys have seen a soybean license plate or not, but
Sweet.
Oh,
Hold it.
you just want to check it out? Go ahead and check it
Yeah,
out.
I won't break it. If you break it. It's so cool. Doesn't look cardboard either.
Yeah, it's a vegan license plate.
I don't think metal is a typical vegan thing.
Let's see here. We'll go through a couple of these Christmas cards. We'll burn through a few of these. Oh, we'll go ahead and stick that back. Yeah, this is not going to get cut up into the wall. That one's going to get hung. I've got some other really unique plates in there that'll probably get hung up with them.
Like the S.M.A. one?
Like the S.M.A. one from Illinois. Nebraska? I don't know.
That might be Illinois.
Let's see here. To make your Christmas merrier, so we did get this card here. Dear Eric, Mrs. O, please accept Smalls. Gift my appreciation of your YouTube work. Keeps me entertained and helps me with my autos. When I lived in Houston, Scotty K, we all know Scotty K, rev up your engines, in case you don't, was on local TV station, fairly routine, giving helpful car tips. Gotta love Scotty, said with some sarcasm. John Cottigan, always good for a laugh. Guy's a real trip. Guess I don't know him. May God bless you and keep you and yours at holiday and all year. Yours truly, Dale. Couldn't read it.
Yeah.
Auto marine mechanic for 2 years, aircraft mechanic for 2 years, chemical plant operator, 42, retired,
alive.
6 years. The Astro 40 SL Max really kicks butt. He crossed out the naughty word, wrote butt. So there's that. We have a bazillion Christmas cards. They came in. We do appreciate
You didn't hang them up on like a little cord?
We didn't. We usually do.
Yeah.
Let's see. There was one that I definitely
That's
want.
good handwriting.
Yeah, that is fantastic handwriting,
That's
isn't
like
it?
almost tight.
That is. Sometimes I think these are spam, but this one is not. Let's see.
Whoa, that's like sunglasses. And the envelope is like sunglasses. What? Are you kidding me?
And it's a dude.
I don't think. Hold on, let me see that.
Look at that penmanship.
There is no way.
Pretty amazing. No, that's.
There's
legit.
no way a guy wrote that.
It is.
His wife wrote that.
Probably.
Yeah.
Let's see. The beauty of the Christmas season that can remind us all of the beauty in life that we take for granted. That was an outstanding act of kindness, what you did for that young lady. Merry Christmas to you and your family, John.
I just love his handwriting.
Yes, man, and it's like straight.
It's so good.
It's fake.
I know, because the T's are different.
It smudges.
Oh, dude, it's real, and you smudged it.
That's legit.
It's brilliant. Right?
That's fantastic penmanship, John.
Yep.
I bet he's probably an engineer and used to do drafting in school. That would be my guess.
My cousin is a cement cutter, and his handwriting is pin straight. Like, he doesn't even write with lines or anything, and it's just like.
I start out good.
It's so. I felt so bad writing him back because mine was all over the place.
Yeah. Like, I start out good. I'm like, man, I'm going to write this great letter. And I start out, and I'm like one line in. I'm like, screw it. Then you can't read
Go
anything.
get the message.
Yeah, if I want anybody to read anything, like, it's got to be typed.
Type it out.
Yeah, type it out.
You're that type.
I'm that type. I see what you did there. This one is from
That person.
Vonda, maybe Vonda, kind of like Honda with a V is what I'm assuming.
Oh, wait, let me see. Yeah.
Let's see here. Merry Erico and family, Merry Xmas. Season's greeting, Vonda and Paul. Comes with a letter, and she writes, I'm assuming Vonda's a girl because she said Vonda and Paul. Going out on a limb here. Oh, sweet. I'll make sure to give that to her, Alan. Appreciate that. And she writes, Dear Erico, first of all, happy holidays, you and your family. Secondly, I was very impressed to see that you helping out that young lady going to RN school and fixing up a new car for her. I'm also a nurse, which in my opinion is a completely thankless job at most times. I may be wrong, but I can only imagine that it is. Because I hear some of the stories that Hannah tells when she comes back. Your mom's a nurse. I mean, some of the stuff those guys and girls go through is like
good nurses. They go through crap.
Hannah's told me some stuff, and I'm like, why?
Yep.
Like, I'm thankful that somebody does it. And I think that's another proof that if you don't love your job, I don't think you can do it. Because if I was a nurse, y'all are going to die. Okay? I mean, unless I do not know yet, Ryan. I will let you guys know on that, though. Yes, everybody would die if I was a nurse. Because, I mean, I do my best. I'd be like, if I can't fix it with a Band-Aid.
You're like, it just keeps coming out. What do I do?
Yeah, break clean. That's all I can, It takes some special people to be a nurse. Anyhow, back to the story. The other reason I'm writing to you is because my husband, Paul, okay, there we go. So it is a chick, is a huge fan of your YouTube channel, watches it all the time. He's my mechanic, she says in quotes. I don't know what that means.
I feel like if it was just mechanic, then it would be straight.
Fixes a lot of other people's vehicles in his spare time, too, when he's not being an engineer designing parts and fixtures or helping me on my hobby farm.
He's probably a good mechanic.
He probably is. Well, he's got a good job if she's got a hobby farm. Well, she's an RN, too, so.
Yeah.
He just turned 50 yesterday, and he's a really smart and wonderful guy. Well, I hope you're hearing this all, Paul. I was wondering if sometime after the holidays I could bring him to your shop to meet you. I know you just don't like people stopping by, which Paul has told me, which is also true. He is always researching and watching how-to programs on the YouTube, which I do too, because I love YouTube.
Yep.
He really enjoys your channel. I like seeing Paul smiling, laughing, skipping rope. I added that part. Laughing and talking to me about what's happening on your shows. So if it'd be all possible for us to meet him, please let us know. Thanks for putting yourself out there on YouTube. Have a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. That is a very, look at they're up in our area code, which extends like
Yeah, I mean,
can
it's
be- it
it's
can be
not
a long
within
ways
50
away.
miles, okay?
Yep. I don't mind people stopping in. I absolutely do not like phone calls. I don't take phone calls. We try to do this What's Up Wednesday to satisfy a lot of that and have a little bit of the BS session as much as we can. Sometimes folks stop in, say hi, what's up, handshake, and shoot the breeze a little bit, and they're on their way. As long as they're respectful, I don't mind folks stopping in. I don't know how to say that. As long as they don't overstay their welcome. I mean, sometimes I'm busy. I'm just, Florida's work, and it's, I don't mind stopping.
And
How
you
you
run a
do?
business.
Correct. So yeah, I don't mind if Paul decided to stop in with his wife Vonda one day and say what's up.
I mean, check out that Christmas card.
Yeah, it's a mistletoe. That's fantastic. I got to see. I think Keith's trying to get hold of me. Bear with me
I
here,
think
folks.
so too.
Oh, that's another young lady. Let's see here. Did I receive the Bronze Star license plates? I don't recall, Keith. I think I did. And I believe they're in my collection. I will have to go look. I think I know who they're from also. Somebody must have asked him that question. So I will have to take a look. Let's see. In D6 Banking, from the D6 Banking channel, she writes, what's the best address to send you stuff? My address is in the video description of any video description box on any recent video in probably the past year. So that's down there, the swag shipping area. Do we keep going with letters? I guess before we get too carried away here, I probably got another half a dozen or so we can kind of blow through. If you guys are still into that.
Wow, we've been doing this for an hour.
Has it been an hour?
Yeah, look at that.
What time is it? 6?
6:52.
What time did it start? 6? Yes.
6. No, 5:55.
5:55. True story. My coffee's getting cold.
Oh wait. Oh look, my water's getting
Can you
cold.
connect the pressure transducer to the U-scope? You absolutely can. Anything that has a BNC connection you can use. Or banana jacks, because it has both adapters. Let's see here. We'll see what the people say if we keep on going. Let's say a little bit of a delay. Oh my gosh, I think this is the most people we've ever had in a
Sweet.
2,500 folks.
They're super excited about the What's Up Wednesday coming back.
Yep.
Marilyn, your card.
John, is that John? That's John. That's the guy with the fantastic pen. He said he has arthritis and he printed like that. Dude, I got sausage fingers from arthritis. I can't hardly write my name.
I have little tiny nimble fingers and I cannot write like that.
Yeah, your handwriting sucks.
It really does.
Wow, that's fantastic penmanship, John. Thumbs up for that.
Yeah.
I thought it was fake.
You're actually allowed to give a real thumbs up when you're online. There you go.
Oh, that's right. Not an emoji.
Right.
Let's see. Maybe people aren't listening to us anymore.
They're not listening anymore. They've just walked away, started doing dishes, whatever they do. Oh, no, that's what I would do.
I guess we'll have to I'll just keep doing it unless they say no.
Yep.
Grab a red envelope from William W. Willie.
I wonder if everyone named William does not be like the nickname Will.
Or Willie.
Or, you know what? I wouldn't like Willie.
Let's see. This one says, Happy Holidays. That's a very politically correct
Very politically correct.
way to do that. Let's see what Willie writes. Nah, somebody else to get it.
Okay.
Dear sir, and he writes, Dear sir, would you please apply the enclosed modest monetary gift towards your next Pay It Forward project? I'm so grateful for all the professional information I've received from your YouTube channel. And I wish you and your family, including Hannah Marie, Josh, only the best in the future, in their/your future endeavors. May the warmth and joy of the seasons fill your heart with happiness. William W. Thanks, William W. We do appreciate that. Got a couple more to go through here. Let's see. Let's do another red envelope.
Why not? I like the red ones.
Yeah.
Especially with the foil inside.
This is from a fellow YouTuber. I'm going to go home completely covered in glitter. This one's very glittery.
Very.
I don't know if you can see the sheen up there.
Oh my goodness.
And she writes, Dear Eric, Vanessa, and kids, have a blessed and Merry Christmas. I hope it's spent in good health among family and friends. To Eric, thank you for all the kind words and support and encouragement you've given me. I'm sincerely blessed to have gotten to know you and the other automotive YouTubers. Big hugs to everyone. Cuba Rodriguez. Now, if you guys don't know Cuba, or Cuba, however you want to say it, she has her own YouTube, self-titled YouTube channel, I guess it would be. It's the Cuba Rodriguez channel. Perhaps Keith can put a link if he's still in the chat, or somebody else can. Yep, there he goes. There's Keith. He'll put up a link. Put up a link to Cuba's channel. She does some DIY automotive stuff. She works out in the field every day doing whatever needs to be done. Gotten to know her through YouTube, and she's gone to some events with Keith and some other fellow YouTubers. I believe going to Vision this year. Nice girl, nice channel. It's on the up and coming rise on YouTube, so be on the lookout for that. Let's see here. This is from Malcolm.
No.
From California. I think CA's California.
Yeah, that's.
Let's see. Just a picture of the Winter Wonderland.
Oh, it's like my backyard.
Looks like an Avoca back road.
All of the roads in the road are back.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's, Malcolm, but there is also a whole note. Let me set this down. Oh, it's typed professionally. I wish I could even do that. And he writes, Dear Eric, thank you for your channel. I'm a backyard basic mechanic who loves watching your channel. I started last year when we were in Korea, and I still watch now here in California. I served 29 years in the military and retired 5 years ago. I still work for the government helping our soldiers and families. Although I have not needed any repairs, or have not needed to repair anything lately, I usually do all my own repairs and love the diagnosing electrical parts rather. My son is an Army Reserve heavy wheel mechanic. That's what my brother did in the military. He was a heavy wheel mechanic, but also works as a shop mechanic daily. I inform him of your channel because he talks about diagnosing all the time. Keep up the good work, and thanks for explaining in detail. I will never own a shop, but will continue to do my own repairs. You, Mrs. O, and the family have a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Felt the urge to mail this card to state such. Well, we appreciate that, Malcolm. And we appreciate folks like Malcolm, men and women of our armed forces. Mm-hmm. In my opinion, they are the real heroes. We do get a lot of stuff on our channel where people are like, oh, you're my hero, and things like that. And I don't believe that's true. I believe that folks like Malcolm and folks like him are the real heroes. They're the ones that sacrifice selflessly, right? Yeah. They selflessly sacrifice to stand up for what they believe in, to defend their country. I believe they're the real heroes. And also, like RNs, there's also a thankless job, if you will. Mm-hmm. I believe that a lot of them don't receive what they deserve, particularly when they get out. But anyhow, yeah, I guess that's it. So thank you, Malcolm. I do appreciate that. And I got to show your card because I don't want people calling you up. I'm pretty sure you can probably handle yourself. Oh, we got
this one's for me. I'm pretty sure I'm the helper. Thanks, Alan. Someone else.
This is from DVD DMC, Eric 97S1022, $1.74 on the clock on cold winter mornings here on cold syrups. Intermittent misfire comes up with issues with crankshaft position. Should I change it? It goes away when warmed up. Only on cold startups. So that 97.22. I can't say that I would just go and wing a crank sensor in it. So this is where sometimes questions are kind of tough and I feel inadequate to answer them. I suppose you probably could. You could just shotgun a part in it. Is that going to fix it? I honestly don't know. If I was getting a crank sensor code consistently on cold startups, it would be my habit to, I would scope out the crank signal and see, like, why is it throwing this code? Look up code setting criteria. What's it take to set the code? And then if I knew it set it every time when it was cold, I'd be, a 5-volt reference, signal return, and ground, or 5-volt reference, signal wire, and ground, I guess, to be appropriate. And I would see, is it losing one of these? Is the signal going wonky? When it's cold, is the crankshaft sensor hitting the crankshaft perhaps? I know like the 4.3s and 4.8s and 5.3s had that issue, but they were mounted in a timing cover. That 2.2 I do not believe is. I would want to know what the cold problem is. Is it terminal fretting where when it's cold, it's, kind of crappy connection, misfiring, running crappy? That would be my suggestion. I don't know if you have a scope or can put one on it. That's where I would start. If you wanted my advice, that's where I would start. So that's the best answer I can give. Solid advice right there.
Mm-hmm.
This one's gold line.
Oh, there it is.
It's gold. You wouldn't get that reference either.
Nope.
Because you've never seen Austin Powers Goldmember.
No.
You shouldn't watch it. It's a bad movie. Let's see. This one is from Roger.
Thanks, Roger.
Roger that. Your KMO? Your pay it forward effort demonstrated that Eric O is equally as kind as Mrs. O. Eric dealing with crusty parts, interruptions, the compressor, bad new parts, all with humor, is certainly far better than my reaction to British bolts. Defective. I'm struggling.
Worse than the cursive. Wait, what?
Defective cat now parts and reman parts and nasty, dirty.
Dysfunction.
Anyhow, Merry Christmas to the Brockton family. Roger H. Appreciate it, Roger. I do struggle a little bit with some penmanship. Not that yours is bad, but sometimes I just need to read it really fast, and I'll just fill in the blanks. Words of kindness. So we appreciate that, Roger. I don't know what's going on over there. Is Josh still in auto school? He is. He is finishing up his last year. He's back here visiting currently.
Well, he's on break.
Well, he's on break. So is it Miss Hannah. This will be Miss Hannah's last trip to S.M.A. and then gone forever.
Super sad.
Yeah. So Miss Hannah and Marie are good friends. And as soon as Miss Hannah finishes up, she'll probably be moving off, getting married.
Whoa, that's too much.
TMI. But she got a BF, and life is going to go on for her.
And then I'll actually have schedule times to meet up with her. I can't just come down the shop and say hi.
Correct.
Sad.
But yeah, so she is here currently. Josh is here currently. Probably, I don't know how long they got. Next 2 weeks, maybe a week.
They go into the second week of January, I think.
Yeah, so perhaps he'll be here a little bit. He's been helping me get caught up, I guess, so to speak. But when he's here, I double book. So I'm.
Yeah, so you booked yourself that much.
I'm pretty much, still behind.
Oh, sad viewer.
Oh, we got.
Hannah's gone.
Yeah. So she'll be gone for good. Yeah, so I'm still trying to process that, internally. I do miss having Hannah here, shop helper. It is hard, extremely hard. Even not that her task is minuscule or, not difficult.
The fill-in stuff.
It's the fill-in stuff. And you would think that you could find somebody to fill in that position, somebody who's eager, willing to learn. Not that she is required to learn, how to fix cars or anything, but learn about tools. Here's this girl. She's not a mechanic. She doesn't want to be a mechanic. However, she knows the names of all my tools, whether it's the correct name or just the name we've given them, and has learned that quickly, which that helps. She learns where they go. She knows what we do. She knows, when to take out garbage and sweep floors and how to deal with customers and write up invoices and, handles all that stuff, all while showing up on time and not stealing.
Yeah.
So those are pluses. She could pass a drug test. And graduated.
She might have had ibuprofen once in her life.
Yeah, and she graduated salutatorian of her class. She's a smart kid. But unfortunately, to find somebody to take her place is seemingly impossible. Unfortunately, the way our society is, any kid that wants to come in to do that, he wants to know when payday is, how much he's going to make, what his benefits are, and what time does he get out. So that's tough. I wish I could find somebody to take her place. Probably not. I'm going to keep looking. I'm not going to push that to the wayside. However, it would be nice to have somebody fill in that spot. And being that Marie already has a real job, that's not going to happen. All right? Don't tell them your plans are where yours.
Right.
That's why.
I know.
Some weirdo creeping on you.
Yeah.
We'll go up here one more letter. Andy writes, hi, Erico. I've subscribed to your channel, and your diagnostic procedure are spot on. I'm looking for your opinion on bi-directional scanners. I've owned a GM Tech 2 for years. I'm not a pro mechanic. My degree is in computer science. I've been spinning wrenches since I was a kid. Now with all the computer controls in the car, with my degree and auto skills, are a perfect fit. I imagine they would be. I know there's no such thing as one does all scanner. I'm looking at a used Snap-on scanner or maybe a new Altel scanner. If I go with the Altel, I was thinking the MaxiDOS DS808, which I believe is a discontinued tool, so I would not purchase that. I don't think the 906 BT is needed for my use, especially since most of the cars are the big three around here. The reason I'm looking is I live in a community with a lot of elderly people living off Social Security alone. We have no public transportation, so they rely on their cars for everything. They asked me to look at their vehicles and can't really do any tests like I can with a Tech 2, so I can't help them. Never asked for money from these folks. There's been times I've even fronted them money for parts just to keep them safe, which I've never had one not pay me back for the parts I have purchased. Well, that's good. At least they're an honest bunch of old folks, which they typically are in my experience. Every now and then, one of the guys might buy me a bottle of bourbon, or one of the ladies might bake me a cake or something. Not like I could work for that and be like, how much? Oh, yeah, I don't know, a cupcake and some booze. That's the only compensation I've ever gotten, and I don't ask for any other than that. I've been saving money to make the purchase, but not have reached my goal. Keep making the videos, as I find them quite educational. I'm going to enclose a little something to help support your work with the YouTube channel. Thanks again, Bill. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, you and your family. Let me just do a little quick check here. Yeah, I'll get back to you on that, Keith. We're not going to answer that because I don't want people creeping on them, to be honest with you.
About me.
Oh, yeah, well, just don't even mention it. Anywho, I guess if I had to answer this question, Bill, as far as what scan tool I would have, it depends on how deep you're going with it. There are some, if you're just looking to work on the big three, you can even go as simple as like an Actron, where you can plug in, you've got enhanced data to a certain degree of the majority of modules, important modules. I guess it really depends on how deep you want to go. The 906 is a good tool. You mentioned you might not need it. They do make one tool below that. I think it's the 905, and I think if you look on Altel's website, that did replace the 808. I believe the DS808 is a discontinued tool, but there is one scan tool. I think it's in the $600 to $800 range that Altel makes. I don't believe it has bi-directional controls, which you mentioned, so I think you would need to have something like the 906. In my opinion, you said you were looking at some used Snap-on scanners. I don't think that would be a good idea, simply because it would cost you probably twice of what you bought it for just to update it and to keep it updated. Don't really have a lot against Snap-on scan tools. However, buying them used can be kind of tricky because if it breaks, they have set fees on what it costs to repair them, which are usually way more than what you paid for the tool. So, and they're outdated very, very quickly. That was my opinion. I've had good luck with that Launch Diagun 4, which is owned by Launch China. They're not supported in the US. They're about $600, and they are a really good tool. However, if you need some support with it, forget about it. You're going to be doing it on email, and you're going to be sending emails to China. So, where do you and your brother get wiring info for big diesel trucks? Trying to find one for a Volvo BNL. Anyhow, Mitchell has a heavy duty truck and a medium duty truck. So if you go to Mitchell on Demand, that's where they get it. Of course, it's a subscription service. I think it's going to probably bang you a couple $100 a month. As a shop, we absolutely have to have it. Also on the big truck stuff, I know he has a lot of OEM subscriptions to fill in the gaps that Mitchell doesn't cover. Hopefully that answers that question. What headlights do I like again? The Sylvania Silver Star Ultras. How's Vinny doing? Vinny's doing good. Now that it's wintertime, he comes down and he beats on my door till I let him in. Yep. And he comes in here and smokes 2 or 3 cigarettes, and gets my shop kind of all fogged up, and then he goes and runs his route, and then usually comes back in the afternoon.
For
another couple smokes. Smoking a pancake? You wouldn't get that one either. Yeah. Yeah, Vinny's doing good. He's still kicking. His scooter, I had to fix it the other day. He did not have full power. He could barely move. I mean, you guys coming down the road, like, the wheels just barely roll. He could go like crazy in reverse, but wouldn't go forward.
So nuts. Christmas trees.
Yeah, well, I could see, so it's got a little flipper lever, forward, reverse, and it has a set screw that goes on a shaft of like a potentiometer. And I told him, like, we have to tear this whole thing apart. I can see where that set screw come loose. And he gave me the alternative to just drill a hole through the plastic and reach in there with an Allen wrench. So that's what we did. It was like a 2-minute fix, and he was ripping wheelies out of here. A pipe and a crepe, blitz and a bong. Yeah, you don't know those because you don't watch Austin Powers. Some of us do. All right, last letter, and then we'll get to the chat because we're an hour and 20 minutes in.
Not 20 minutes.
Yeah. Close.
4 minutes off.
Let's see. Andy writes, this letter is from Terry, Superior Special Agent, FBI. This guy retired, but he's still got some pull.
Oh, yeah.
He's got like the phone and the glasses, still the Ray-Bans.
Yeah.
He gets pulled over, he's like, FBI.
They're like, all right, have a nice day.
He's probably still
Eat your
drives.
French fries.
I picture he drives a blacked out Suburban with bulletproof glass.
I honestly think that's a stereotype. But
It's not a stereotype, it's what all FBI guys drive. Or a Dodge Charger with a Hellcat. Anyhow, here's some swag you probably haven't received before. I'm not a mechanic and probably too old to take on many vehicle repairs you expertly complete and show on your videos. But they're great to watch and I've learned so much. Now I'm better informed of potential issues when I take my vehicles in for repair. Enclosed FBI swag, the challenge coin. Now he did write that. I've probably never received one before. Oddly enough, I have gotten quite a collection of these challenge coins from various folks in the FBI, Border Patrol, the POPO, the Marines. I have lots of challenge coins. These things are pretty cool. So I don't know if they're quite heavy. I don't know if you can, they're pretty cool. Let's see. Primarily originated in various SWAT teams in different field offices and quickly became available to all field agents. If at a local bar, the challenge comes if one agent who is carrying the coin challenges another if he or she is carrying their coin. If not, the latter must buy the round. If the challenge is carrying a coin, the challenger must pony up and buy a round. So that could bite you. So basically, if you're in the bar, you walk in, you see one of your FBI buddies, and you recognize him because it'll be the other guy at the bar in the suit with the Ray-Bans and the gun.
They just know him.
Or they could just know him. And then you go up,
just tell their stories.
you take a challenge coin, you're like, then you get in his face. And if you don't pull out challenge coin, he's buying the booze. The challenge coin surface. Yep. But if he whips it out, then you're buying around. And depending on how many people are there,
you gotta be careful.
It could be the snake that bites back. The challenge coin surfaced during World War II area where unit members of the Army Special Forces often carried them and used them to impose consequences to those who didn't, usually a round of drinks. It's like a win-win, basically. You just really hope your buddy doesn't have his if you're broke. I hope you enjoy this swag. Someday you might run into an FBI agent at a nearby watering hole, and if you're prepared, you can make the challenge. Or you can get your ass kicked.
If you're allowed to make the challenge if you're not an FBI agent.
Yeah, because then I'd be posing. He'd be like, oh, where are you from? I'm like, I'm from YouTube. FBI. I'd feel like a jerk.
I'm undercover.
But I should, what I plan on doing, because I do have quite a collection of these, I'll keep them in the car. So if I get pulled over, I'll be like, license, registration. I'll reach in my pocket, be like, I didn't mean, let me just set that here on my dash. And then he'll be like, oh, boom, he gets me a beer if he doesn't have this. And I don't even know if cops really carry beer with them.
I don't think they're allowed to carry beer.
Anyhow, thanks, Terry. I do appreciate that. I will put this with my collection of challenge coins. Pretty cool. I actually got another one from K9 unit.
Oh, yeah, with the cute dog.
Yeah, with the cute dog down in Dallas, Texas, I believe he was from. So, and like I said, I have several others. So I'll have to carry them into the bar and be like, you FBI, you cop, you K9, you this. I'll be like, whipping out coins. I wouldn't do that. I would never impose the fact that I am in the military or anything like that. I think that it's a very wrong thing to do.
It's cool to have coins.
It is cool. The coins are super cool, but people that go around, like wear dog tags that are,
I know.
If you're not in the military, I think that's extremely disrespectful to the folks who are.
Agreed.
So, therefore, that's it. That's beaten down through the list. My coffee is wicked cold at this point.
My water's gone.
Your water's gone.
Yeah.
You can go get some more now if you like.
It's okay because it gets cold. I don't like cold water.
Really? You're like a room temperature water drinker?
Yeah.
Really? I
cannot stand cold water.
I'm like ice. Fill it up with ice and then gotta have lots of ice.
Hot coffee, warm water.
Hot coffee, warm water. Let's see, what else did I miss?
Cold soda.
Cold
How about
soda, really?
Yep.
I'm like ice and everything.
Oh man, no.
So we'll take a few things here from the comments. S.M.A. W.U.W.
Oh, last guy with the coin outpays.
Oh, last guy with the coin outpays if there's
Yeah,
multiple.
what if you're at a bar with a bunch of army dudes?
Oh, they better start whipping out all their coins. I see. I'm keeping that thing like, I don't know, my shirt pocket or something. Anyhow, don't forget S.M.A. Wait a minute, what's the freaking address now? Is it S.M.A. W.U.W? Yeah, S.M.A. W.U.W at outlook.com.
Did we miss that question?
There it is. Post that again.
Yeah.
Videos down here in Florida, down where it's warm. That's where Trevor lives.
Nice.
Yeah, can't even imagine.
Well, I was in Florida though, and it was just too warm.
Yeah, and during the summertime, but right now it's probably amazing.
Sometimes it gets down to like 50, they say.
Yeah, people are like freaking out. If you're sitting at a bar and someone yells "dead bug," you better land on the floor because the last person down buys the bar around. Some of the bars I've been to, you wouldn't want to get on the floor. Let's see what we got. So we're just going to kind of troll through the comments here as they come up. Yep. Josh is doing good.
Yep.
Best I can tell, there are some things that are coming up about Josh that I'm going to reveal. I guess I can just do it now. I'm a little dissatisfied with his engine performance class that he took at the school. He did really well in it. He did exactly what the teacher asked. However, they were 100% pull the code, get the flow chart, try and fix the car. That was their teachings. Unfortunately, they did not teach circuit design, how to approach a problem yourself beyond the scope of a flow chart, which not all flow charts are bad. They do possess some good information in the text of them. However, you can start rabbit trailing for a long, long time. And if you're working on a Honda, you're going to end up replacing an ECM. If you're working on a Ford, you're going to have about 95 steps for probably the most basic problem. I've got some things I'm going to do to help him out in understanding circuit design and moving on with that process. So I'm going to share that with you folks because I think a lot of you folks have that question too. So I'm going to show what I prefer that Josh does in conjunction with his college. I'm hesitant to help him currently because he still has to pass school. So I don't want to fill his head with good information and then he goes to school and tries to apply it and then ends up failing because he's not.
It's like trying to teach Common Core math.
Yeah. I just don't want him to go to school and be like, look, here's how you can do it 1,000 times easier. And then next thing you know, his teacher's pissed off because he learned something and, he's not doing it the way he was taught because that's how they have to pass. They have to answer the questions in the way that they were taught.
Yeah.
So I don't want to
12 steps instead of 2.
Yeah, I don't want to skew his thinking yet. However, I am looking forward to having him get out because now that he has a lot of the fundamentals down, it'll be easier to move along with that. Yeah, Ford replace instrument cluster. Yeah, that's where their trouble trees end and the ohm meter. Let's see, where are we at here? I'll probably be changing so many modules. They're good, yeah. Yeah, not every aspect of the flow chart is bad. So just throwing that out there. Yep, Joe's out. Yeah, I'll let him finish school, for obvious reasons. So let's see.
Man, they're quick.
So let's see. Keith Perkins, he writes, he's the L1 Auto Diagnostics Programming. He's got a YouTube channel also. He says that he has found a lot of specifications for resistance and voltage on certain circuits inside of flowcharts, but other than that, they're pretty much worthless. And that is true. Sometimes when we're looking up information, repair data, and you go to a pinout, wiring diagram, something like that, it'll show like a resistor inside of a circuit where you're like, oh gosh, what's the value of it or whatever. Sometimes that is published in the trouble tree where you'll need to go down through and you'll find it. It'll be like, 75 steps in. It's got you, pulling apart the wiring harness and testing the circuit, and it will give you the value it expects you to see, which a lot of times is very helpful. Let's see. I hate flowcharts. I want to know why I'm checking that circuit. I hear that. Let's see. Stop playing with this knife. I'm going to cut myself. This is a pretty wicked handy little knife.
Okay.
Don't cut yourself.
Yeah, I'll be fine with it.
How long is your ponytail?
Oh, mine. Well, this is, it's braided, so you got to add
It's
some
braided.
to that.
Let's see. It is to the tip 60 millimeters. Because all I got is a metric tape wrench over here. Tape measure.
I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, your ponytail is probably twice that. It's probably twice that length. Yeah, it's down mid thigh probably if it's not done up.
Swelled up.
Yes, we did have a good Christmas. Thank you for asking, Brian. Or Brian. I don't know how it's pronounced. It's probably Brian.
My family got a unicycle.
You get higher marks. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Marie got a unicycle, and her brother stopped by with it.
Sweet.
I attempted to ride it, thinking, like, how hard can that be? The answer to that question is very hard.
Yeah, it's super hard. We spent 3 hours yesterday trying to ride that thing. We got okay with it.
Your brother's doing pretty good. He's ripping around the shop, but can't really.
Because he wants to do it better than me, and he knows he is.
Oh.
It's competitive.
I see.
They didn't know my name was
Marie.
60, my name's Marie.
60 centimeters? What did I say? Millimeters? I don't know. Is a millimeter, that's the little thing in between the centimeters?
Yeah.
So that's centimeter, 60 centimeters.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know my metric system.
I'm not Canadian.
Yeah, I'm not Canadian or the rest of the world besides USA. 600 millimeters. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah.
60 millimeters, 60 centimeters. Let's see. No, I didn't, JC. However, somebody sent that tape measure to me. I was pretty excited because it's like, a nice rugged case and all that stuff. Not a single inch on the thing.
There's inches on it. You just gotta know where to find them.
Yeah, you gotta know multiplication and conversions, and it's all millimeters and centimeters.
Oh, person's saying 2 feet.
Yeah, and who who wants to use a metric system? Come on, it's all divisible by 10. When you could have ours, you could have I don't even know what our system's called, imperial. But yeah, it would be nice. Like metric is much easier.
Way easier. But 50 years ago, no one wanted to change over.
Yeah, I'm thinking so.
Here we are still.
Yep. Anywho, I think we're going to call it quits for the night, folks. So we've done some reading. We've explained back in the beginning. If you guys missed it, rewind. This is in DVR mode, so you should be able to rewind, go back to the beginning, see what we talked about, find the link to my email that I set up for you guys that you can submit your topic suggestions. I guess we can pop in there, just see if anybody sent an email yet. Make sure it's working.
I bet they have.
I tested it, so it should be working, but let's see here. Yeah.
Oh.
What's up, Wednesday? I already got 5 emails up in here.
Oh.
Like I did mention, I will not be personally returning these emails. However,
because you're gonna be talking about the ones that talk to you.
So here we go. Boom. There's already some questions up in here, some suggestions.
Yeah.
So hopefully that works out. Hopefully a lot of it is not filtered into my spam. I set up rules in the email, so anything with that topic should be, anyhow. I'm not real techie. Hopefully it works. That's TDM. These guys always harass me about my Jeep. He's a Rover guy. He likes Land Rovers.
The Jeep's the best.
Yeah, exactly. Anyhow, thanks for stopping in. Like I say, go back to the beginning, watch that. If you have any questions, we did try to cover a lot of stuff that's going to be coming up. The next What's Up Wednesday, let me pull up that date, is going to be January. Not until next year, January 2nd.
Next year.
That's next year. I should be working that day. So we will be back, or at least I will be back next year, January 2nd. My boy. Oh, you're welcome. Have a good night. Be back Wednesday, January 2nd for the next What's Up Wednesday. Be going through a little bit of the stuff perhaps that we have gotten in the inbox. I have no special plans planned already because, as you know, if you've been watching, I'm not a planner. Go through some of that. We'll read some of the fan mail. Drink a cup of coffee, eat a snack, just chill out.
There's supposed to be snacks here?
There's usually snacks, yes. Usually like beef jerky.
Super disappointed.
Chips. It's usually if I haven't ate dinner. I'll usually go in the office, find out what's in there. It can be candy, various stuff. But I get too much sugar, too much coffee, I start losing my mind.
Let's do us all.
So that's that. All right, folks. Thanks for sticking around. Thanks for the super chats. Thanks for all your kind letters, swag that you've sent throughout the summer, the hats, the t-shirts, the cards, the plates, the motor heaters. I received a fireman's helmet.
Say all the things.
All the things. I like to
Yeah.
try to remember them all.
I know.
And What's Up Wednesday helps us do that. So appreciate each and every one of you.
Thanks, guys.
And just remember, viewers, if I can do it,